2. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Sounding good. Sounding good.
Testing. It does sound good.
Get yourself a little Facebook announcement. There you go.
I did? I have one? Or I didn't? Oh. What the hell is that?
6 days and counting.
Oh, I got all sorts of stuff.
I just smoked a whole bunch of crack.
I think we're looking good here. Leave that today.
Yes.
Oh, where's the other one I added? Oh, here it is. It's gonna be a good episode, yo.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
This castle. So spicy. 1,000,000 years dungeon.
Let's go. Oh, sweet dear Lord.
Right. Make sure we're rolling on all accounts here. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. It's good. It's good.
God, that's beautiful. Cheers.
Drones.
A follow-up on sequestration.
Narcissistic tweets.
And everything I want to do is illegal.
All that in a gorgeous day on episode 164 of Urban Coffee.
You're listening to Urban Coffee with your hosts, Dave Koss and Seth Faulkner.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Urban Coffee. I'm Dave.
And I am Seth.
And it's a very gorgeous day indeed.
You got me there, Dave.
I got you?
You got me.
I got you with what?
And everything I want to do
Is illegal. It's true.
It is.
Everything I want to do is illegal.
Sometimes you just want to throw a donkey in a bathtub and, spray it with a hose.
Is that illegal?
It certainly is in the state of Texas.
Oh.
Did
well,
you know that?
How about that?
Can't do it, though. Sorry. It's
Well,
illegal.
There you go.
In any case.
It's gorgeous. It was raining last night, and
That was nice, too.
It's a nice day outside. Actually, it's kind of cold, but it's still
It's
nice.
not
It's a
cold.
nice Sunday. Let's put it that way.
It's not cold.
It's not cold?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a nice Sunday. The rain last night was crazy, dude, and luckily, we had all these power problems here a while back. And even during the show a couple times, remember the whole system would go down? And I
Yeah.
got this beefy power supply that's in there. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's actually really, really good.
Beefy, you say?
Expensive. Very expensive. But I wanted something that would protect all of this gear. And so I got that in there. And last night I was sitting here working on notes for the show and had something rendering on this computer over here. And lightning hit and everything went down and up and down and off. And all this stuff just stayed on. Just kept going. Had the internet hooked up to it too, so the internet didn't go down, nothing. It was great.
Well, look at you.
So,
Mr. Apocalypse.
anywho,
That's pretty awesome.
so went to the hospital this week. That was fun.
What the hell, man? What happened?
I wasn't feeling too well, and I had scheduled an appointment for 4:00 p.m. I was finishing up a meeting, and then I was going to go. And
To a doctor's appointment?
yeah,
at
3
4. Okay.
3 o'clock, man. I was in the middle of a meeting. I was talking, like going through these notes, and then one minute, and then the next minute, I was down on the floor.
It's crazy.
Like,
you don't need no recollection. It was just. I mean, did you feel yourself?
no,
like,
I felt it coming on. I was like, whoa. I'm like, guys, I'm not feeling too well. And then like my blood pressure dropped. Dropped, and I was like, whoa, and I like felt my heart like beat slower and then like not beat, and I got down on the floor. Like my blood pressure was so low that just like nothing was happening. And I get on the floor and I'm like, guys, you got to call an ambulance.
That's scary, man.
And I got on the couch, was drinking water. I just wanted water. Ended up getting an ambulance ride, and I wasn't feeling well. I was going in and out until I got to the hospital. And it was basically just dehydration. That's all it was. But my kidneys, in fact, when I left lunch right before I came back and that happened, I was talking to my friend and I'm like, man, my kidney is feeling weird. I hope I don't have like kidney stones or something like that. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling well. But it's because I was dehydrated. My kidneys were going nuts.
Man, you gotta be careful.
Well, usually I carry around a gallon.
You have to drink water with your coffee.
I know, but look, see that spring water gallon? I usually like have a gallon of water that I'm walking around with drinking.
Oh yeah.
And just the past 24 hours that day, I just didn't do it. Didn't think about it. Hadn't eaten much.
Your body went into shock. No water.
Crazy. So
well, I'm glad you're okay.
say-
That's really scary, Dave.
And with all the stuff I was doing and my job and the stress and just everything going on, I didn't get to as many things as I wanted to for the show. But I actually ended up on Saturday prepping a lot yesterday. So, I did go off my diet too for a couple days.
Good.
Just to recover.
I think you should
And-
every once in a while.
Christy too, and we ate all this junk that we wanted, and now we're like, oh, I'm over it. And we're back on the diet.
Well, that's cool. What kind of junk did you eat?
Oh man, okay. First of all, I wanted to try the Cool Ranch Dorito taco from Taco
Jesus
Bell
Christ!
because man,
What
Cool-
is it? Is
Cool
it
Ranch.
really? Is it really like? Is it the best
Cool
thing
Ranch
in the world?
Doritos are great, and then you make it a taco shell. Oh, it's delicious. Gosh, Taco Bell is a place you love to hate, man. I tell you.
You know, we had the conversation that that I think wasn't it the Dorito taco that saved Taco Bell?
What do you? No, I didn't hear.
I think
about this.
I think they were actually on their way to bankruptcy, and they introduced
Really?
the Dorito taco, and it saved them.
It's all the same stuff. It's all the same junk mixed together in different ways.
Yeah,
My eyes are way bigger than my stomach, especially now.
yeah. I haven't tried the Cool Ranch Dorito, and yes, Taco Bell is the place that you love to hate because I mean every time I eat it, I feel like a taco from Taco Bell. I feel like grade F meat.
Yeah. When you're starving, you're like, oh man, that just all this cheese and beef and all this stuff just looks so
I like my
good.
homemade tacos better.
And then after you eat it,
Yeah, I mean, like nobody. I don't want to be around anybody after eating Taco Bell.
you just want to
Anybody.
go to sleep.
I just want to like walk around farting. It's terrible.
That's the thing about a ketogenic diet is you don't fart anymore, except in the morning. In the morning you do. In the morning you'll get one good one out, but it's not like all the time anymore. And then the other thing is,
One of the benefits of not being on a ketogenic diet is
not farting much.
non-existent gas.
I mean,
Ladies, do you have problems whiffing in public?
I was big time farter, man. I was gassy before.
I'm a farter. I'm a tutor. I pass gas.
I don't know, man. It's different. And then, you know what I don't miss is the 2:00 in the afternoon feeling.
What is
Like they
that?
talk about on the 5 Hour Energy commercials, where you eat lunch and then about 2:00 you just feel so incredibly tired. You just crash,
Just don't want to do anything.
just fully crash. Yeah. So, it's nice. I was eating Taco Bell the other day and having a sugary drink, and then afterwards
You
I
just
just
took a nap,
I
didn't
just
you?
took a nap.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep. It's amazing what food will do to you. I mean, you are what you eat. There's a lot of truth to that.
So pretty nuts week, man. But I'm ready to get back on it. I'm ready to relax a little bit. I'm ready to unstress myself and just let some things go for a while. How about you?
Me? I'm I'm kind of sitting where you are. Mm-hmm. A long week.
Stress.
Let's talk. Honestly, man, this is going to go into something a little later on. But I mean, honestly, I worked like a 70+ hour week. I've got 3 guys out, 3 teachers out on tour. It's freaking awesome. So I had to work a lot of extra shifts and pick up a lot of extra lessons, and I'm doing the same thing next week. And as I told you last weekend, I had a very early morning gig with my kids, and then of course a very long Saturday. Same thing happened yesterday. We had another, big long gig. And then same thing again is going to be happening next Saturday, and I'm covering for another person. So actually, I'm very much looking forward to next Sunday, which at that point, I was going to talk to you about that. We should take a day off.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe go for a good Monday. Maybe go for a good Monday show.
A Monday show? I got a job.
Well, so do I.
Oh. Because you don't work on Mondays, though.
I don't.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. But
maybe we could do a Saturday night urban wine.
That would be maybe probably not, because that is St. Patty's Day down on Lower Greenville.
Oh, next weekend?
Yeah, my kiddos are
I see.
playing in the parade, and
I got you.
And then that night,
or maybe we can do a late Sunday show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sleep in.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about
do
it.
a
But
late Sunday.
regardless, I'm very much looking forward to that stage, that point to where I can sit down and I'm actually very I miss playing my guitar.
Yeah,
I haven't done that in a while. Just to sit down and play. I mean, for lack of a better way to put it, to play with myself,
like you do.
like you do. It's been a long time, and that's a great giant stress reliever for me. But not to worry. There again, we'll talk about this little idea I have a little later. But it has been an awesome and very rewarding week. I do have to say, it's been very rewarding. It's been cool. Lots of lots of just good human interaction experiences. It's nice. Do you know what I mean by that? Where you just have a good week, where you've either met or talked to a whole bunch of great people, and you felt like you've gained a little bit from the human race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's been one of those weeks.
Has anything happened as far as sequestration? Has that affected you in any way?
No,
not at all.
No,
no. Burning buildings, not to schools closing,
not to my immediate knowledge. I mean, I haven't heard any bombs going off or any air raid sirens, or I haven't seen a redneck militia forming. If that's what you're asking.
Because that's what I thought was going to happen.
It seems like that was kind of the general consensus.
Yeah.
People just kind of thought that, boom.
Don't you remember the news? Everybody was going nuts.
6 days and counting, and the fear mounting.
Days from now, a tremor will hit the American economy.
Tens of thousands of parents will have to scramble to find childcare for their kids.
Sequestration would be destructive to our nation's security.
Furloughs of air traffic controllers.
It'll cost us 750,000 jobs.
Thousands of teachers and educators will be laid off.
Houses burning, crazies roaming, seniors starving, criminals fleeing.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies, rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
I tacked that last part on, if you didn't notice.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Thank you.
Nothing's happened. The Dow was at an all-time high. I mean, where's the crash? Where's the craziness?
Yeah. It's I'm surprised. I really am. That nothing happened. I wish that. I
guess
really
it's
don't
good,
think. I mean, I think there was a power outage in Euless, Texas last night.
Well, it just proves that both sides, left and right, are just overhyping all of this just to get what they want. We don't want to cut this stuff because everything's gonna go crazy. Well, no, it's not, because then once it's cut, everybody's like, oh, all right. I mean, here we are. Dow's at an all-time high, and we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
I think we're okay, guys.
Yeah.
No worries. Not yet. I mean, but who knows what's going to happen, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, who really knows? What do you think is going to happen?
Nothing at all. So whatever.
Yeah, I hope that too.
Yeah, the banks were fine. And speaking of banks,
Bitch of the week.
What you got, homie? Lay it on me,
This
dog.
Chase Freedom commercial is
which
driving
one?
me nuts. It
Which
doesn't
one?
even make sense the first 3 times I saw it. Have you seen the one,
Which one?
with the lion? Okay, so let me set it up. Okay,
All right. I think I know where you're going.
you know what I'm talking about?
The one with the kid in the picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like a 7,
Oh, man.
8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
First of all, okay, and the mom and the girl are at the zoo, and they're sitting there. They keep showing this on Hulu over and over and over.
Right.
The mom and the girl are sitting there, and now first of all, the mom is taking a picture of a check and cashing it while they're at the bank.
No, while they're at the zoo. Right.
And I'm like, why is she doing her banking when she's at the zoo? Let me sit down and cash some checks while we're in front of the lion exhibit. That doesn't make any sense to begin with, okay? And then...
Okay. I've got a whole rebuttal planning here,
The girl is like, what are you doing? She's like, I take pictures of these checks, and then they go into the bank, and they deposit them automatically. And then she's like, look, oh, the lion is coming out. And the daughter's like, no, Mommy, no! And then they show a clip, and there's a lion walking through the bank, and it's really quiet, and you see the lion walk up to the counter, and then the people are just looking at the lion, and
the lion
it's this
gives him a look like,
long-
what's up? I'm a lion in a bank.
But then it's like this long segment, and it takes forever, and then it comes back, and the whole thing is that apparently this 8-year-old is so stupid that she thinks that the lion is going to go into the bank.
Wow.
My daughter is 3, and she understands that wouldn't happen.
Right.
So, I mean, what? And she goes, it's okay. It only works on checks. And every time I see it, I go, it's okay, stupid. It's the dumbest commercial ever. It doesn't make any sense.
Dave, so your bitch is that
it's just dumb commercial.
It's just dumb and you don't like it.
It's just the worst commercial. Who had that idea?
I personally think it's a wonderful and brilliant idea.
Of course you do.
I do, of course.
Of course.
No, I do.
Why?
Because it shows you know, a childlike imagination and you know, it's cute. It's fun. It's like, hey, sweet, there's a lion in the bank. That's kind of awesome.
Right, but
I mean, is it any dumber? I mean, at least that has some sort of like heart-tugging value, right?
If you were gonna do it right,
you just
no.
think
If you were gonna do it right,
wait,
it needs to be like the lion, like appears there and like starts jumping on things and knocking stuff over. Like that would be funny.
That's not how an 8-year-old thinks.
But then the lion just comes up and he's just walking.
That's
around.
not how an 8-year-old thinks.
But the commercial is not even well done.
I mean, I thought it was pretty well done. I mean, the lion put its head up on the teller counter and tweaked his head like, "Hey, what's up?"
And it's in black and white. Like, oh, it's artsy because it's in black and white.
It's imaginative.
So I got this idea for a film,
least they didn't
right?
do it
It's going to
in
be in black and
sepia.
white.
You're such a jerk.
It's everybody. I got this idea for a film. Check it out. It's going to be in black and white.
All right, here's how I see the commercial playing out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mother and daughter at their zoo, you know, they're enjoying their day and
doing their banking at the zoo.
And all of a sudden, mom, you know, maybe kid asks.
That's the script.
Maybe
that's
kid
the
asks.
script. Establishing shot. Mom is doing her banking at the zoo.
No. I mean, establish. I would at that point be like, hey, you know what, director guy, shut up. Establishing thought. Kid asks mommy, maybe they couldn't fit this into the commercial. Kid asks mommy, do you have chapstick in your purse?
What?
Mommy reaches into purse and remembers that there's a check here. Oh, wait, all of a sudden I've got my Chase Freedom app, which I forgot this check was in here completely. Oh, it's awesome. And I can just take a picture of it. Maybe it's the first time I've used it. Maybe I've done it before. I'm going to try it anyway. Snap.
Why would you
check
be
it out.
doing
The
that at
lion's
the
coming
zoo?
out. Look, because you just found the check. Sweet, I can just go ahead and do that right quick. Pff, it's
You're
efficiency.
sitting there just like not doing anything at the zoo?
No, the kid asked for chapstick. You forgot the check was in your purse. You snap it. It's like, all right, cool. And then the 8-year-old sees it and they're like, oh, so the money just automatically goes into the bank. It's magic. It's so cool. I believe in magic still. I'm 8.
It's a picture.
It's all good. Yeah, but it's magically going to go in there.
The girl
Exactly,
doesn't
she doesn't
understand the
understand.
concept. Even she wouldn't even understand the concept of a bank account.
Right. So how the hell would she understand the concept that,
Well,
you know...
she says it puts it in the bank. She probably doesn't even understand what that is.
Exactly. So she thinks that if she takes a picture of the lion, that lion's going to end up in the bank too.
No, it's a
simplicity
picture. You're
of
sending
a
a
mind.
picture of the check.
The simple mind of an 8-year-old. It's cute.
No.
It's imaginative.
No. It's okay, stupid.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cute things suck.
Oh yeah, you're listening to Seth's Music Cafe on Urban Coffee.
Hi, my name is Dave, and cute things suck.
Stupid. It's okay, stupid.
You're such an asshole. I love that. I like doing that to people. Hi, my name is such and such, and I'm such and such. It just pisses people off.
My name is Mr. Burns. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. So, on the cafe today. So, thank you again to Miss Lady, whose playlist Dave has recommended me to.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps just this awesome playlist stocked with cool music. So, this is Empire of the Sun, Walking on a Dream. It's just a really cool, like, yeah. Like, I kind of want to be chilling on a beach with, like, you know, a skateboard. So,
yeah,
let's listen.
Yeah, all right.
Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along, we are calling out, now to get. Never looking down, I'm just an aura of what's in front of me. Is it right now to be upon? Come on, I can feel love to be upon. Come on.
Awesome.
I like this band.
I really do too, you know, and you showed me a few videos last week.
Their videos are crazy.
And they're creepy, which actually, you know, I hadn't even looked anything up. It literally, this week has been so crazy and busy. I just kind of queued things and like, what have I been listening to this week? And this song, especially the song, it's just really cool. There again, it's literally just think of like cruising on a careless day, summer beach, like in one of those stupid, you know, surfer cars with you know, blonde women that don't really have a lot of brains but enjoy music.
These guys dress up in like crazy, like Asian Mayan,
it's
ridiculous costumes.
They're like religious icon, you know, headdresses and
yeah,
weird. But it's cool. It's cool stuff, and it's actually funny. We were just pulling some stuff up on Wiki, and they're Australian. And as soon as it said they're Australian, I'm like, oh,
I get it.
Now it makes sense. Because wasn't the guy that did? No, I think he was German. The Never-Ending Story. You remember that song?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know.
I think that guy was German. Anyway, these guys are fun. Check out their videos, and just listen to their stuff. This is like cool, sunny, happy, you know, just like cool stuff.
They dress crazy, but they take it so serious in their in their videos. Like they're so serious about it.
It's pretty epic. Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Like this one song that we were just listening to. In the middle of the song, like there's this shot of one guy dancing, like in the background, and then the other guy is just sitting there chilling on a chair with some sunglasses, and there's like sparks flying behind him, and he's just like chilling, like yeah, I'm just hanging out with the sparks behind me.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Deal. No big deal. Our next tasty cup comes from Miss Trixie Whitley. If you're a longtime listener of the show, you know that I've been following this lady for a crazy long time. She is the daughter of Mr. singer-songwriter Chris Whitley. And she's on Spotify, finally. She has an EP called The Engine on Spotify, and this is actually the title track. So check it out, and we'll talk about it here in a second.
Broken chains, running the engine of all the insane. Tidal waves and tender blades. Dalmatians, crumbling faces, hearing the sound of thought.
So Trixie's awesome. Sounds cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's this little drop that happens here in a second. You should turn it back up for a second. It's really cool. I think it'll be the drive home.
The drive home?
Yeah, for our listeners, like, oh, I gotta listen to this. Check this out. You'll like it.
Dripping from my fingertips.
There it is. Groovy. Pretty cool, huh?
Now, usually Trixie Whitley's stuff is a little more upbeat, isn't it?
She had, and actually, you can't find them on Spotify. There was a few tracks back when the old MySpace was kind of still kicking. There's one that I cannot find for the life of me at all. It's one of my favorite songs that she's ever done. I cannot even remember of it. I think it's called Innocent. But I mean, she's just awesome. She's got a really interesting life. I mean, like I said, her dad Chris is a great musician. One of my favorite musicians of all time. And she hopped back and forth between Belgium and New York for a number of years. And she's done stuff with all kinds of musicians and whatnot. She actually did an album with a group called Black Dub, and it's kind of down tempo. I dare call it reggae. It's not really. It's more like, it's just like Black Dub. It's just like kind of low. It's just cool stuff. But check out Trixie. She's got all kinds of stuff on Spotify. Look her up on the old interwebs. She's a fantastic singer. Very, very cool melodies and great lyricist as well. I thoroughly enjoy this Trixie Whitley. Yeah.
So you got a little open letter to do here.
It's kind of.
Is this your deal today?
It's kind of more of a. It's kind of more of just like a spillage of thoughts. Because I've been working so much, I find little time to myself, and when I do find time to myself, it comes at the most odd times. In all honesty, it usually comes at around between the hours of 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning. Believe it or not, which in my house, that's nobody's awake. So that's kind of my private time. And when I say private time, I mean I can like just literally not think about work or anything like that. And over the past week, I've been up a lot early, and I've been recording these. I found this new channel. Well, I didn't find this new channel. It's always been there, but
TV channel,
and it's the Science Channel. I didn't know it was in the 200s. Whatever. There again, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but when I do find something I like, I'll watch it. So I start skimming through, and late at night, they've been showing these really cool documentaries on space. On the universe, on things. Yeah, this is about to get deep.
Where'd you get that cowboy hat?
Space. And the thing is especially that early in the morning, your mind can instantly go, a couple of different directions. I mean, me anyway, I can either start thinking about everything that I have to do for that day, everything that happened the day before, and how it might affect, today, and all these things, and it's all loosely based on time, which, by the way, I mean, time change. Really? Fuck you guys. American government. I think we might be one of the only countries in the world that does this.
This is the normal time, right? Summer is the normal time.
I don't know.
Okay.
My body hurts.
This is the time that I like the best. I don't know about you. But I don't like it. I get depressed when it's 5 o'clock and it's dark.
I agree, but let's just keep it something. Let's just keep doing something.
I don't know why we're still doing it. Does it really help anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, we've extended it back 2 weeks in each direction, so we have a month more of this now.
Yeah.
As of like 2 years ago.
Pain in the ass.
Why do we even bother?
But in any case, it goes back to, time, right? Time is this awesome concept that man has mathematically put into perspective according to our place in the universe, right? So as I'm getting up in the mornings, I'm thinking about these things. Sometimes I just think I just don't want to even think about these things right now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. This is rest time. This is like reflection time, or this is the only time I have where it's like dark and I can not necessarily be flooded by a group of screaming kids or media on television just because the damn thing's on. But luckily DVR and technology makes things easier for everybody. So I to keep myself from thinking about these things, I start watching these documentaries about the universe, and just it can be anything from the different types of stars being red dwarfs or pulsars or quasars or whatever. It could be, there's one that I recorded, the Into the Universe with Stephen Hawking. That guy's deep. He starts thinking about things. So in order to keep myself from thinking about all these things, I watch these documentaries, and it's, constantly all these pictures and images of these giant celestial bodies that we can't even fathom and perceive. And I get super relaxed. Relaxed. My body just kind of like, wow.
My mind always goes off on a tangent, and then I realize that I haven't been watching the space thing.
Well,
that's about 1,000 different possibilities of
but that's
universe.
The thing. That's the thing. It's like if you're able to like. That's it. It's like being able to like absorb all, and I keep them recorded because like being able to absorb all this, like you can't just in one sitting absorb like scale, like to scale.
Oh yeah.
What's going on. I mean, which brings me to this one part of this documentary I saw. And of course, in recent, science is so exciting right now, and it's such a shame that, of course, we've talked about it before. Funding for it is not as abundant as we'd like for it to be, but
sequestration.
It's yeah. So yeah, I guess there is a crying game in that. But it's such an exciting time in discovery. In the past 2 years, over 100 different planetary bodies have been found. In our I guess our immediate neighbors, our immediately neighboring stars, right? So this is exciting, and then it's scary, and then all these different things and thoughts start going through your head, and then you start looking at the numbers, you start looking at the math, right? So literally over the past 2 years, over 100 different planetary bodies have been found, when previously 10 years ago we thought, how many? Eight. Our solar system.
We thought there were others out there, but we just didn't.
Well, yeah, but up to that point, it was just like theory, right?
Yeah.
It's just theory. And you think 10 years ago we thought, that this was it. We were the center of the universe, right?
We didn't think we were the center of the universe.
All right, let's go back even further, but let's just talk about the progression, right? Let's say 50 years ago we were the center of the universe. Let's say 100 years ago.
It was more than that. But.
Okay. But it all boils down to, which we are getting to, that now over all this, over the past 2 years, these 100 planetary bodies have been found. How many of them are we thinking actually are able to absorb life? Not one.
Or to support life.
To support life, not one. Over the past 2 years,
they found a couple they think could.
Right,
but not, but not see them.
But not on the scale that we just your everyday Joe would think as far as life. Little green men. Let's think on a simplistic level.
Well, even if it did, even if there was even if one of those planets had a civilization like ours on it, you wouldn't be able to tell because, like, we don't have a real picture. Not like photography.
No. It's all just everything is like measurement, like
electromagnetic and
infrared.
And, yeah.
There have been telescopes and things released, and then Voyager 1 still is just traveling billions of miles out already. And that's basically what I'm trying to get at here is we are such it's almost like, and as I watch these things and I look and I look and I look and I think, you know, God, it would be so exciting to think that maybe just the slim possibility that we might be the most intelligent civilization in the universe.
Gosh, I hope not.
Me too, but it's also exciting to think about because you know you also think, well, if that's the case, maybe we do have a chance. I mean, because ultimately none of this matters, and the you know the way that you and I view everyday things and the way that you know regular everyday humans view things are just on scale just so tiny and minute compared to what's really going on in a natural way, in a natural environment. I mean, we are in an uncontrollable spin around a star that just happens to be in the perfect ring of where life can sustain around a star. Mm-hmm. And people, basically what this all comes back to is people just stop taking things so seriously. People, I think, just need to stop taking things so fucking seriously. It's like, amazing to me how we live in this big universe, but literally it all boils down to every single day. When we said the other day, you know, when we said a couple shows back, humanity is losing its humanity, I think it's because there are universes everywhere, and what it really boils down to is every single person in the world holds this universe, and they all see things differently, and everything's working differently in their minds, and it gives me hope to think that if we might be the only intelligent, or the most intelligent, or even like partially, you know, halfway to intelligence, or that, you know, is part of our being, where we don't need our bodies or anything anymore. Maybe there's hope. Maybe we can turn things around. Maybe we can make this place a little bit better just by thinking about how big this damn place is.
Well, it's like Merlin Mann says, if there was an alien like looking down at you, say you're sitting in your bed and you're on your laptop and you've got a million things to do, you got stresses and this and that, and you got this whole life and everything. If you're an alien looking down on that, you just see a guy sitting there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you really are.
Yeah.
So,
and you're just sitting on your laptop, just
yeah.
But yet in your mind, there's this war.
Mm-hmm.
This war going on, just trying to deal with whatever it may be. I mean, just let go, people. Just let go. Just let go, and enjoy your fellow human being. Enjoy your friends. Sit down and have a cup of coffee with your friends. Tell somebody you love them. This may sound like really crazy hippie bullcrap, but it's so damn cool to be alive. Every day that you wake up, you should just literally just like open your eyes and be like, cool. You know what's awesome? We came from primordial ooze. Nothing.
No.
Yes.
We appeared out of nowhere 6,000 years ago, Seth. We talked about this.
Right. Or there's that. But even if that's what you believe, still, believe it. Enjoy it. Just be good.
Good.
You're not stupid.
Good.
You're not stupid. You're just a product of your environment. All right? But just be good. Don't judge. Try to be good.
Nice rant. Was that a rant or was that a?
It was. I'm telling you, it was like I've been thinking about this. I don't know what it was, but I just the message is just please be happy. Just be happy. It's never as bad as you think it is. Never. It's so cool to be here. Just on planet Earth, this little bitty tiny rock floating around in space, in a big ass space. Big ass space.
Where you get your cowboy hat.
It's just huge. It's huge. I mean, dude, it's amazing. Some of these planets that we were talking about, like all right. So they found these 3 planets that were rotating around a quasar, or no, it was a pulsar, right? But they're planets, and it's like, what? There's planets rotating around a star? Well. And, you know, way back when, it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. It's just a star. But the cool thing is when a pulsar is like, you know what a pulsar does? It
it
does
turns
this
on and off.
Right, or now
rotating.
It rotates,
Yeah.
right? So that kind of puts out these concentrated beams of light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that these concentrated beams of light have like the equivalent of I can't remember the exact number, but it's 40 either thousand or million. Either way, I mean the numbers in space are astronomical. 40 times has the power of that much radiation.
40 times.
40
the
times
sun?
more than a hospital X-ray machine. So it's like 40,000 or 40 million times more than an X-ray. So what's cool is every time that this light passes over this planet, it basically fries. Like
whatever is in its path.
It fries the surface of that planet. So this is basically like absolutely no life can sustain on this planet. I mean, there's no chance for atmosphere. There's no chance for so it's
our idea of it. I mean, just imagine like if something was able to adapt to that.
Exactly.
Imagine living in a world where like the sun was turning on and off constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then you start thinking, wait a minute, cockroaches, they survive. They could survive the nuclear holocaust. They would be the only thing that could survive the radiation.
So you're saying there's a planet of cockroaches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. and you know that's the wonderful thing. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
It's life, and it's awesome, and it's beautiful. And yeah, sometimes we bitch at each other. Yeah, sometimes we get mad at each other. But god dang, how cool is it to breathe air and to think and to see and to smell and to feel and to taste and to touch. So appreciate that. Next time you feel like yelling at somebody for something stupid, like whatever.
Yeah, when they're being narcissistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like these people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. We're back. And it's time for Narcissistic Tweets on Urban Coffee. You ready for this? All right, here we go. You got your voice ready?
I've got a who let's see.
Okay. You remember kind of the gay?
Yeah, I didn't. I'm gonna try and lay out. I think I'm gonna try something else.
Okay. Do you ever do something and then stop and say, "Damn, I'm good," despite the fact that no one but you is around? So awesome. So awesome.
Based on the narrowness of the seat on this plane, I don't think Southwest Airlines supports people that work out their shoulders.
Oh, you're so athletic.
I'm so buff.
I have got to ramp up my workout intensity. 10K on the cycle, 6K in the rowing machine, and 1.5K running isn't cutting it anymore. It's so strong.
Joined a dating site. Profile says I'm sensitive, funny, hot, and modest. Should save me having to shorthorn these issues, or shoehorn those facts into the conversations on the date.
Oh, he's so good at dating.
Just get me. Just understand me.
Yeah.
Look at this face.
Went to my ex's birthday party and then had to be careful not to monopolize the whole party with my good looks and celebrity stories. Impressive. So attractive. Popular.
Sorry, I gotta do this. What? Hold on. Watching basketball, drinking wine at Tim Robbins and Suzanne Sarandon's house.
So popular.
I miss my friend.
Apparently, if I post a link to something, like a small blog, I'll take down the entire site. So internet famous.
Oh, do I really have to read this one?
Yeah, do it. ZOMG. Do it.
I know. ZOMG, are you seriously not looking at me as I walk past the food court? Wait, okay, that's better.
So hot and attractive.
Look at these stems. I like to call them gams, too.
surrogate grandmother's funeral this morning. Then I drive back out to AC for some super hot elite parties. Been having an amazing time. So popular.
There are only 3 books you need to read, and I wrote 2 of them.
So good at writing.
Smart things. Words.
This has been Narcissistic Tweets on Urban Coffee. It's been a while.
It has. Wow. Is it good? I still want to know. I'm sorry I cracked up there, because I could literally only, like, picture Morgan Freeman saying that.
All right, now I don't know if this next segment is gonna be a thing or not, if it's gonna end up working out.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if it's any good.
What?
I really don't know if it's any good. But
what does that mean?
I thought I'd give it a try.
Okay.
Okay, this is called Dave Reads Spam.
Awesome.
Hi there. I would like to start a correspondence with you. I have seen your profile and I'm very interested. I'm looking for a loyal, romantic, and intelligent guy for serious relations. You can check my profile and find some information about me. I hope to hear from you on my direct email, Gregory Fanian. And I will respond back with more pictures. Respectfully yours, Tanya.
Gregory Fannin.
Here's another one. Hi. I hope you do not mind me contacting you like this, but I have just been on your website, www.mediasplash.net. This is like a parked site.
This is awesome.
And I think that our styles of content are pretty similar. I write posts for sites that I like free of charge and was wondering if you would like me to write you a free 500-word post. Kindest regards, Dave. I ran out of music. Hold on.
You need more music.
Here's another one. Finally, I found your email. L trademark M.
Okay.
Not sure whether you remember me. We got terribly drunk. I found your pictures on my camera yesterday. Remember me? Party16.jpg?
Well, yeah, I totally remember that one. Totally.
My dear, I've had a web camera with good quality.
Wow.
Sign up on my page, and I'll do what you want for you. Long time not seeing you in a web camera. Huh?
Signed.
Not signed.
Oh. Thought it might have been Mayuko.
I like this
crap.
one.
Didn't mean that name. Sorry.
My website here. Okay, on my website, I have a thing where you can sign up for a quote.
Yeah.
And so this person signed the email to this. Dear quote. My best wishes to you. I am Varga, 26 years old.
Varga?
I am looking for man to have a big and strong family. And you? I am online now. Let's chat? Question mark? My profile and new photos are here. Note, new free services. Check out info at site. To unsubscribe, please click link and enter email address.
Varga.
This has been Reading Spam with Dave.
That's awesome. That was good.
No. I was hoping I could find something better to read, but there's no shortage. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, no, man, honestly, I like that. I bet I could pull a couple out.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Mine would be like, haha, that's good. Here's one. Seth Faulkner.
Seth Faulkner.
You have 17 illegitimate children.
Everything I want to do is illegal.
Isn't that pain in the butt?
That's the name of a book. Drawing upon 40 years' experience as an ecological farmer and marketer,
pot grower,
Joel Salatin explains with humor and passion why Americans do not have the freedom to choose the food they purchase and eat. From child labor regulations to food inspection, bureaucrats provide themselves sole discretion over what food is available in the local marketplace. Their system favors industrial, global corporate food systems and discourages community-based food commerce, resulting in homogenized selection, mediocre quality, and exposure to non-organic farming practices. Salatin's expert insights explain why local food is expensive and difficult to find, and will illuminate for the reader a deeper understanding of the industrial food complex. This is a book. Thought it was cool. I came across it. And this was kind of along the lines of some other stuff I've heard going on as far as, what can be labeled sugar and what can be labeled corn sugar and what can be what aspartame is and sucralose and all this stuff. But did you know that they're going to start adding aspartame to milk?
What?
And sour cream.
Why?
That's a good question. And did you also know that they're not going to put it in the ingredients?
Why?
I don't know.
I did not know, and why? I don't get it.
This is where we're going.
What? Okay, so aspirin? Aspartame. That's a sweetener.
NutraSweet,
right?
What's called NutraSweet. Now it's like
so the actual is the raw ingredient aspartame. What is it? What is it made out of?
Chemicals.
Okay, and
we're gonna start adding it to milk.
Why?
Now,
what is the benefit?
There is no benefit.
Well, then what's the why?
It's supposed to be less sugar.
Less
or whatever,
sugar?
because they put that in there. But you know what their reason is for not putting it in the ingredients list?
No.
Because if children see that, then they won't want to drink it.
Why?
Really? Are children reading the ingredients?
Children can't read.
I'm pretty sure that if that's the case, then when children read all the other chemicals and high fructose corn syrup, they wouldn't want to have it either.
Yeah, because they know exactly what it's going to do to their bodies.
Right.
I am actually I am a fan of the placebo sugar effect for children. I have this one kid that comes in every week, hell of a drummer. And for like the past 3-4 weeks, he shows up and he looks like a box of smashed butthole. He's all tired, and I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm tired.
He's having too much sugar.
Maybe, but what do I do? But I mean, he loves shockers, like these little candy things, and
whoa,
easy. Shock tarts. That's candy. And
so he's crashing.
So I guess he's either crashing or he's a hard-working kid. He works his butt off. Mm-hmm. He plays in a couple different bands and takes lessons from all kinds of people and plays for his church and goes to school full time, makes good grades. But when he comes in, he's just crashing or something. So I always give him a package of these sprees.
It's the carbs, man.
And he pops right back up, and then I can't get him to shut up
temporarily.
Yeah, I don't. All I need is for him to pep up for 3 hours. That's all I need. That's cool. After that, cool. You want to crash? Go sleep. But there's no point in aspartame.
Yeah,
it's
so dumb.
That's weird. And it's weird because the reason I kind of chuckled at the end of you reading that description of the book, it's because it just always kind of goes back to the like the dream of self-sustaining living.
Yeah, well, actually,
it's
with
completely...
Agenda 21 and all this now, pretty soon it's going to be illegal to grow your own garden.
Right, whatever.
No, I'm serious.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's not going to stop me from growing a garden.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, terrorist.
If I get a ticket for growing my own garden, I'm leaving. I'm going to start learning Spanish. I'm going to start learning Spanish.
Also, Pat Robertson claims secondhand Goodwill sweaters might carry demons.
Holy crap! I've heard about this.
So basically, if you're doing the Macklemore thing,
if you're thrift shopping,
going to the thrift shop, you better watch out for those.
Yeah, Macklemore, you won't go thrift shopping. Is that your grandma's coat?
I like the way he says Macklemore.
Pat Robertson, televangelist, host of the religious television show The 700 Club, has been known for saying some pretty crazy things over the years. For instance, there was the time that he claimed that the gay days at Walt Disney World might bring about the downfall of America. But his latest statement might just take the cake. Apparently, Robertson now believes that Goodwill Industries sweaters harbor demons.
It actually is the most. It's the strongest form of demon capture and containment.
He stated on Monday that one should always pray over sweaters purchased from local Goodwill in order to prevent demons from entering their house.
The fact that those sweaters are in a building that say
Christianity?
good,
He's a Christian,
will.
right? Because I'm a little confused.
No, he's not a Christian. He's a
Roberts.
He's just an extremist. He's an extremist.
I buy a lot of clothes and other items at Goodwill and other secondhand shops. Recently, my mom told me that I need to pray over these items, bind familiar spirits, and bless the items before I bring them back into the house. Is my mother correct? Carrie asked Robertson.
What? With the story of a Filipino girl who had purchased a ring secondhand, apparently which had invoked a demon spirit into the ring.
Yeah.
And then the object began to somehow torment the girl until she prayed over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What world are we living in?
Earth,
Good
dude.
Lord.
Earth. Remember we talked about it a minute ago. See? Just breathe. It's all right.
Well,
it's necessary that people like this exist.
Yeah. And you know what? Those people are there so that we can do our show.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
thank you. See?
Yeah.
You can find good and brightness and appreciation
And if you appreciate
anything.
us for this, don't forget to donate to the show.
Don't forget to donate.
We have some donations this week.
We did.
We got.
Thank you, everybody. It's really, really cool. It's very cool.
It's so great to get these in and to send Seth a text and be like, dude, we got money.
Yeah. It's really nice.
We're paying for stuff here. We got $5 from Matt Milstead, who I work with, and he's hopefully will be on the show at some point.
Thank you, Matt.
And the message section, he just sent a picture of Lemon Grab going. You know Lemon Grab, right?
You and your coworker buddies have a little bit of a Lemon Grab
we like the
obsession.
Lemon Grab.
Yeah. Well, and it still sounds like it sounds like a nasty dance move to me.
Unacceptable!
Exactly. It's like you would do that and then like grab something and you know, and all of a sudden you're a Led Zeppelin song.
Well, you watched the episode, right? If you're not
No.
familiar with it, it's from Adventure Time. You watched that one episode. It's
watched
the Lemon Grab episode.
I didn't watch
of
the whole
Adventure
episode.
Time.
I can't. It's
he-
uncomfortable for me. It's like watching The Office. I don't like watching The Office. It's
He walks
uncomfortable.
into the castle and then gets pissed off, and then he's like,
This castle is in unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
no,
Yeah.
And so they have the little
I mean, this is like the third or fourth time you played. I mean, and still my reaction is, yep.
they have the
Yep.
potion that's so spicy.
So spice! So spice!
Yeah.
And then they do the sign. They play the prank on him, and it says, "You really smell like dog buns." Then he gets pissed off. I love that guy. And then they put the spicy stuff in his food, and then
1 million years dungeon!
What?
he's great. Anyway, and Kim Coffin sent $100.
Jim Coffin?
Sorry, and says, "Watch out for them robots, Seth. Glad you're back."
Jim, thank you very much.
And John-
and yes, I have robot measures
In
the car.
place.
In place.
Precautions.
Yes.
And John Woke sent another $50.
John,
Says-
thanks, man.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Here's $50 for some tape for the green screen."
Nice.
What's with everyone else cheaping out on donations? Don't they realize the show is the only thing standing between them and the robot apocalypse?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've got your back, folks. I am developing a EMP weapon right now.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Don't
I'm
tell
flagged.
everybody.
I'm flagged now. Shit.
Well, if you enjoy this show and you enjoy what we do, and you're sitting in front of your computer right now,
and you're thinking to yourself,
urbancoffee.net for a little bit and hit on the donation button.
And you're thinking, these guys, they got a point. They got a point about things, and I like them.
But they got all these people donating right now. They don't need me. Yeah. Throw us maybe do a subscription, maybe a little $1 or $2 a month.
We do need you.
Maybe throw us a little cash.
We need you like the sun needs, or whatever.
The desert
needs the water.
And I miss you.
And thank you very much, everybody that did donate this past week. It's a sincere appreciation. Thank you
to
very
the
much.
Weekly donors as well. Thank you very much.
Yes. And if you cannot donate, definitely be sure to go onto iTunes and give us a good rating.
Yeah.
And leave a comment and subscribe to our podcast weekly via iTunes and tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Please spread us on Facebook. Recommend that they like us.
Yeah.
Or however that works. Can you do that? Can you recommend it to other people on Facebook? I don't know how that
Can you do that for us?
And if you're not liking us on Facebook already, go ahead and do that. Because then you get all the updates about the show, and it's great.
Indeed.
And that green screen, by the way, I didn't get that back up. The problem is, where it goes, I can't tape it to the painting behind me, so I got to figure out how to do that. I was going to get all that
Good point.
fixed this
You don't
week,
want to tape it to the painting either.
Yeah. I kind of was in the hospital, so I didn't quite work that out.
It's okay. But, hey, we're here. We're doing this.
Yeah, we're doing that thing.
It's awesome.
We got the show going. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
All right.
Dave's Links and Seth's Music Cafe. It doesn't get any better than this. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
nation.
in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light. Looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she could do it all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. To the pad and hit the showers. Didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause just yesterday them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a brother's direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching Yo MTV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of homies and watch me break 'em with a 7-11, 7-11, 7 even back door Little Joe. I picked up the cash flow. Then we played bones, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my homie's house paid. Picked up a girl, been trying to dig since the 12th grade. It's ironic, I had the boo, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Supersonics. Felt on the big fat fanny. Pulled out the jammy and killed the poo nanny. And my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, so deep. Put her butt to sleep. Woke her up around 1. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the Top Gun. Drove her to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped the bird off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those fine dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for the murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blunt, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no throwing up. Halfway home, and my pager's still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day. Pooh, stop this, man. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
Check. Raphone check. Microphone check.
I'll give you a bona fide bonin'.
What the hell? Is this hot coffee?
Yeah, it's about to be. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee.
All right, man. Let's talk about the drones.
So you tell me on the break, I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage.
I don't know if I am, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying really hard.
You're gonna rage about drones.
Not to rage.
Did you know that the city of Arlington, Texas, which is about
around
a mile
the corner
from here,
yeah,
their police department is beginning to use drones.
Nah.
No, they are.
Nah.
No, they got approval and they're going to be using drones.
When does this take effect? What?
This week.
Wait.
They've been testing them and they're ready and they're going to be using drones.
Okay, for what?
For police work.
No.
Yeah, they got cameras and all sorts of stuff. It's great.
No.
It's all to protect you, Seth.
No, I don't.
It's to protect you.
Okay, what type of drones are they? Are we talking?
As long as I'm not doing anything wrong, I guess I don't gotta worry about it.
No, that's not cool. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting. No. Okay.
All right. Let's start this off. Let's talk about John Brennan.
Okay. Who's John Brennan?
John Brennan was nominated to and was confirmed this week to be director of the CIA. And a lot of people have their own theories about him. Some people believe that he has actually converted to Islam. That's unconfirmed, but based on his background, you could see how. I'm going to play a clip right here.
Okay.
But for more than 3 decades, I have also had the tremendous fortune to travel the world. And as part of that experience, to learn about the goodness and beauty of Islam. As a college student in the 1970s, I spent a summer traveling through Indonesia, taking in the wonderful landscape, culture, and people of Java and Bali. Despite my long hair, my earring, and my obvious American appearance, I was welcomed throughout that country in a way that is a reflection of the tremendous warmth of Islamic cultures and societies. Like the president during his childhood years in Jakarta, I came to see Islam not how it is often misrepresented, but for what it is. How it is practiced every day by well over 1 billion Muslims worldwide, a faith of peace and tolerance and great diversity. And if you permit me, or I should say, اسمح بعد إندونيسيا سافرت إلى مصر وهناك درست عربية في جامعة أمريكية في القاهرة وهذا في سنة 1975.
And he's going on and on about this.
وسافرت إلى الأردن وفلسطين.
Well, that basically means death to America. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what? Okay, no.
But okay, so a lot of people think that because he has this background that he may have converted, and so everybody, the conspiracy theorist, wants to say, this is the open door for the Muslim Brotherhood into the CIA, and it's this whole thing, and it's very eerie because if you watch the series Homeland. That's actually like part of the premise there.
What
is terrorists and Muslim infiltrating
our
the U.S. government and stuff like that. So that's people who already say that Obama's a Muslim and all of that stuff are saying the same thing about him. But he spent all this time in the Middle East. A lot of people don't think he's the right person for the job. He's trying to squash anyone using the term radical Muslim, which, it's a real thing. Radical Muslim's a radical Muslim. I don't know why we
just
would,
a radical human being is a radical human being.
Right. Or there's radical Christian and all that. And if that's what they are, that's what they are.
There's just extremists and radicals. I mean, you can call it what you want, but I mean, they're everywhere. And, it's one person's view of another crazy person.
Well,
or one that, views themselves to be sane.
Right, they think they're right, but they are actually radical. But not like the Ninja Turtles, but like,
right,
yeah.
like
right,
a little too out there. So how do you feel about Mr. Bremen here about this? Well, I mean, what's your personal? I mean, I don't know a lot about the guy's background.
I mean, I don't know if he's a Muslim or whatever.
And what does it matter if he is?
Because doesn't matter if he's Muslim, but it's. Everybody thinks that he is not an extremist, but he is a Muslim who wants to get the extremist Muslims into the United States.
Okay.
Have them take over government, enact Sharia law, in the United States and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, that's just dumb.
I
mean, it's not dumb for the reasons that I think most people would take me saying it's dumb. Though I think it's dumb because it's just really closed-minded.
Well, Brennan has.
I mean, to me, it seems. I mean, just on the surface, there again, I don't know anything as far as background, but to me, it's like, oh, well, there's kind of a smart move. I
don't know,
because I mean, here's a guy who does have a background, and he's obviously speaking to the more. To the peaceful side of things and the tolerant side of things, and
tolerant side of things. That's why he's designed and executed the widening of the use of drones for assassinations.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He did that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. First glance.
Right. And here's the thing. Okay.
And on. Okay. So expand upon that.
Okay. The Justice Department white paper purporting to authorize Obama's power to extrajudicially execute United States citizens was leaked 3 weeks ago. Since then, the administration, including the president himself and his nominee to lead the CIA, John Brennan, has been repeatedly asked whether this authority extends to U.S. soil, i.e., whether the president has the right to execute U.S. citizens on U.S. soil without charges. In each instance, they have refused to answer. Brennan has been asked this question several times as part of a confirmation process. Each time he simply pretends the question has not been asked, opting instead to address a completely different issue. Now, I heard clips from this, and every single time they asked him over and over. So there's a guy, he's sitting in an internet cafe, what's to keep him from getting bombed by a drone? So he's sitting at Starbucks. Okay. And you think he is possibly a terrorist, and he's just sitting at Starbucks.
And that's how it would be justified.
And he's suspected of it. You can just blow him up. I mean, that's what we do overseas.
Yeah.
If that's what we think, they're an American citizen sitting at a cafe overseas, and we just bomb the entire place. Forget about the women and children that might be there or whatever at that cafe. Just bomb it because you think no due process, nothing. You're supposed to arrest him if he's suspected of something. You're supposed to have evidence of it. You're supposed to present that evidence in front of a jury of your peers, and you're supposed to be tried. You'll either be proven guilty, innocent. Instead, let's just bomb him. So Rand Paul, Ron Paul's son, he decided that he was going to filibuster to protest John Brennan's nomination. Because he had sent a letter to Eric Holder asking him about this exact issue, and he just could not get a direct answer. So he came up with this non-binding Senate resolution, and him and his backers tried to advance this, and they could not get the votes. Couldn't get the votes.
Okay.
And let me read you what it said. Resolved that it is the sense of the Senate that, number one, the use of drones to execute or to target American citizens on American soil who pose no imminent threat clearly violates the constitutional due process rights of citizens. And two, the American people deserve a clear, concise, and equivocal public statement from the President of the United States that contains detailed legal reasoning, included but not limited to the balance between national security and due process. Limits of executive power and distinction between treatment of citizens and non-citizens within and outside the borders of the United States, the use of legal force against American citizens, and the use of drones in the application of lethal force within the United States territory. They could not get the votes they needed for this. It's simple. It's 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Tell the American people what's going on.
Yeah, that seems easy enough, right?
Couldn't get it passed. Couldn't get it passed. And then what's his name? Senator, what's his name? The effeminate sounding South Carolinian guy. He's like number of he had a stupid chart. Number of people killed by Al Qaeda in the United States. Al Qaeda terrorists, bad. And Al Qaeda like 2,900 or whatever, and then number of American citizens killed by drones in the United States 0. Yeah, well, what if you put number of American citizens killed by drones and didn't say in the United States? That number would be different.
It would be different.
And
it'd be drastically
Senator
different.
Lindsey, what's his name? Lindsey Graham? No, what's his name?
No.
Lindsey Graham?
No.
What's the guy's name? Is that it?
Well, here's my thing. Okay, so this has all happened, but okay, so let's talk a little more on a local level, right?
Okay.
So Arlington, Texas has now been approved to use drones on their police force. Do we?
Yeah, Lindsey Graham.
Has
Lindsey Graham.
Okay. So have there been anything as far as like reports on what exactly they're going to be doing? Are they going to be mounted with infrared cameras trying to look for drug houses? Are they going to be policing speed?
Well, they said to start out, we're only going to use this for like SWAT activities and stuff. Don't tell me that it's not going to turn into more than that. They're going to start following people around, seeing what they're doing, looking for suspicious activity.
See, and that just bugs me, man. I mean, because like there's got to be some sort of a serious. I mean, obviously Arlington is very near an international airport. Therefore, airspace is going to have to be monitored, and then like at that point, so how do we feel better about how do you think that local government will handle backlash, even if there is even backlash? That's even another better point. Like, do you think there will even be backlash from the residents of surrounding communities?
The thing is that when people start seeing these like hovering around them, they're not going to like it.
Nobody's going to like that shit.
They're not going to like it. And if
I'm not going to like it at all.
If a drone is under 500 feet or like within 500 feet above your property, you have every right to take it down. That's your 500 feet is your airspace.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'd love to see the person that I'd love to see the gun-toting man that shoots down a drone.
I want to come up with some sort of like ray gun that's like a localized EMP that you can aim at it.
That's science. That's a lot of science, buddy. That's not settling. So when are they scheduled to do these?
They're starting soon.
Arlington drone. I'm looking it up. Arlington drone debate lands in Arlington 13 hours ago. Okay, well that's good. There's a debate.
These little manned helicopters. Yeah, there's a debate. Doesn't mean they're not doing it. They've already got it approved. They're going forward with it.
Mostly older viewers took the U.S. Senate floor. Mostly older viewers about evil robot spy planes. In Arlington, City Councilman Robert Rivera told a reporter about the 5-foot-long helicopters are not exactly stealth aircraft. Okay, so
what?
When you start talking drones, when you start talking like you start throwing words around like drone. I mean, obviously, the word drone has been associated in the media, the press, the film industry in the past few years as this, you know, as this little unmanned plane driven by some guy, you know, that has missiles logged onto it. This is a 5-foot helicopter.
Yeah.
As we read on, crafts operator must keep federal rules won't apply with any single. Okay, so federal rules don't allow any sort of ammunition or weapon. So there's and this is what I'm saying.
Yet,
like let's dig a little bit.
Wait till they put tasers on them.
Tasers. So they're thinking less noise. Railing against coppers.
These
for
aren't
years.
the big ones. These aren't the ones you see. In fact, there was that whole story this week that there was a drone within like 200 feet of an airliner, and somebody, one of the pilots, like called it in or whatever. And of course, CNN talks about it, and then they put a huge picture of one of those giant U.S. drones on the front page, to go with that's not what the guy saw. He saw like a quadcopter, and
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like instead of spreading it around, that Arlington is getting these drones now. Literally, I mean, the cool thing I'm seeing about this is like the adverse effect is that people have already been commenting, and even an interview in the article was just some guy, well, I don't want these drones over my land, and people are already calling them Obama copters. That may be the saving grace, unfortunately.
Well, yeah,
I don't think it has much to do with Obama, but I mean,
people are going to wise up to the fact that these are around now. People are starting to wake up, I think.
Isn't it wonderful? They're starting to figure out that there's something much, much more out there.
Yeah. And people have been talking about drones forever.
Yeah.
About how these drones are not a good thing. And now that it's actually happening,
someone's going to shoot one down. Someone's going to shoot one down.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Come on.
But Rand Paul decided to filibuster, like old school filibuster.
Really?
Like stand up. He stood up and he talked for like 12 hours to put off John Brennan's nomination.
Really? Nice.
And, Obama officials refused to say if assassination power extends to U.S. soil and whether or not they could do this with a drone or not. Now, Holder has written something saying the answer to that question is no. He actually, but, look what it took. It took national attention in a filibuster in order for him to just answer the damn question.
So here's a thought for you.
Okay.
Here's a thought. All right. So I am a drone operator.
Okay.
And I am stationed let's say I'm stationed on a base.
Vegas.
Let's say, no,
it's in Vegas. That's where their drone stations are.
Okay, so everything is stationed in Vegas.
Yeah.
Everything.
In Nevada, not in Vegas.
Okay.
But in Nevada.
In Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. That in itself, okay, that raises a different question.
Okay.
Let's say that there's another station, and it's stationed outside of U.S. soil.
Okay.
I mean, technically, obviously, remotely, you can pretty much run these things from anywhere, technically, right? I mean, we're the U.S. government. We can do that kind of shit. So let's say you're in Iraq, right? And I'm an operator there.
Okay.
And I get these coordinates, and just like anything else, I'm just like, it's another day. But then these coordinates suddenly have me piloting my drone over to U.S. soil.
Okay.
And I have a mission to take out a whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just simplifying everything.
That's your orders. You got to do
That's
it.
my orders. That's what. Right.
Yeah.
So does law change at that point?
Well, that's the question.
I mean, can you technically be held accountable?
Not if you're just following orders. Okay, listen to this.
All right.
This is what
man.
Kevin,
Christ.
are you raging yet?
No, I'm trying not to.
This is what Kevin Williamson of the National Review wrote, and I just thought this was great.
Okay.
If sympathizing with our enemies and propagandizing on their behalf is the equivalent of making war on the country, then the Johnson and Nixon administrations should have bombed every elite college campus in the country during the 1960s. And as satisfying as putting Jane Fonda on a kill list might have been, I do not think that our understanding of the law or of war would encourage such a thing. Even though she did give priceless aid to the communist aggressors in Vietnam. Students in Ann Arbor, Michigan were actively and openly raising funds for the Viet Cong throughout the war. Would it have been proper to put them on a kill list? I don't think so. There is a difference between sympathizing with our enemies and taking up arms against the country. There is even a difference between actively aiding our enemies and taking up arms against the country, which is why we have treason trials rather than summary execution. And this is a really good article. It's in the show notes. And that's the whole thing. There is no definite definition of what is exactly an enemy target, and at what point are you a terrorist?
At what point do you switch from citizen to enemy?
And because I could sit here and say, I mean, literally, it's so vague right now. I could sit here and say, well, I don't think that Al Qaeda should be bombed without a trial, and then all of a sudden I'm a terrorist sympathizer.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm a terrorist sympathizer, and so that means that I could be on a kill list, and that someone could come and drone me in my house.
Well, I mean,
there is no law saying that can't happen.
That's
because
true.
They're saying that this is a wartime thing, and it supersedes regular law. And the other thing about that is we have what is it called, where the military is not allowed to operate on U.S. soil. Like, you have to use police departments, and there's only, I think they said, 2 instances where they've allowed for the military to operate on U.S. soil, which is when there's some sort of act of war, like Pearl Harbor, 9/11,
Right.
that kind of thing. It's called something, and it slipped my mind right now, but that's what they're saying, is that drones shooting people on U.S. soil like this is considered military action on our own soil.
Right.
But nobody will answer the question. That's the problem. Nobody will answer it.
I don't understand it, Dave. I don't know.
Are you raging?
I mean,
yet?
it makes me very upset. It does. It's one of those things. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. It's like I could seriously sit here and spend all day just being completely pissed off about it.
Yeah. But are you going to do anything about it? Is anyone going to do anything about it?
Obviously.
What will it take? Will it take the drone hovering over your house before you really get upset?
I mean, it's going to be a combination of things. It's going to be a combination of things. I mean, people. I mean, there's this old quote, right? People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I believe that there's a breaking point for everyone. Some people have a gigantic tolerance to, whatever that breaking point may be. It may be an emotional thing. It may be a political thing or view. It may be taking care of your own body. It may be whatever. It doesn't matter. But there's a breaking point, and that breaking point, that simple quote right there.
Well, if you take away everybody's guns, then you don't have to worry about it.
But that's the point. You're not going to get to that point. There will be a breaking point at that juncture. I mean, there's a process that we're going to have to go through in order to get to, what's universally considered a better place.
I don't know if that'll happen. I don't know.
You have to hope. I mean, I think the first step is literally just being good to each other. What?
Well,
I know it sounds retarded.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Haley Joel Osment's fault.
It is?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Pay it forward.
Oh, right.
It's simple.
Well, let us know what you think. Write something on our Facebook page, and
please do.
And tell us if you're okay with drones or not.
By the way, I'm not okay with it. Just I know I seem kind of like passive aggressive about it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I am. But I mean, I guarantee you, I'm going to be throwing rocks at a helicopter flying over my house.
You need to design a device that'll take them out.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
I've always wanted to check out, like concentrated sound waves. That's dangerous. Think about it.
Yeah, I got some links I could send you. Yeah.
Speaking of.
Videos are fun.
Damn right.
Sweet. You do have some links you can send.
Yeah, I do.
What's the first one?
Guy builds solar-powered death ray in his backyard.
Woohoo!
Now, you wouldn't be able to use this against a drone, and I'll tell you why. Because it has to aim down. You can't aim it up.
Why?
Because it uses the sun. So this guy figured out that these old TVs actually have a Fresnel lens on the front of them, like the glass or plastic part of the front of the TV, these old big screen TVs, actually have a Fresnel lens. And he realized if he built a frame for it in his backyard and he aimed it a certain way, it would concentrate the sunlight.
Okay.
And so this video, he's actually going through like frying things.
What?
Yeah. So if you I think he said it was like 2,000 degrees or something it hits. So if you go watch the video, you can see he tried putting different things under it.
Okay.
Like he tried to put a beer bottle under it, and it exploded. I forget what else he did, but it would be nice if you could turn it the other way and like aim it up, and then have it like explode things. But
I want to see how it works.
Scroll up to the top. Is it not in here? Let me see. I thought I put it in there. Drones, dangerous. Huh.
I'll find it.
It should be right there. I don't know why it's not in there. I'll make sure that it's in the show notes then. But he's doing this whole thing like his like wife and kids are right there. I'm like, you're concentrating like 2,000 degrees on this thing and burning things up and melting pennies, and they're just like hanging out.
Yeah, no big deal.
Careful about that. Also, Australian magician does an unbelievable trick on Ellen. Just a good card trick. I thought I'd add that in there if you want to see that. Leaked government document: military internment camps in the United States.
What?
This kind of goes along the lines of
It's a video.
What we were talking about before. But I think people are starting to wake up now, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let me play you this clip real quick.
The document outlines military procedures for internment and resettlement of civilians, and it describes the layout and the administration of these internment camps. It clearly states on page 38 that it applies within U.S. territory, and it specifically addresses the detainment of U.S. citizens, as is indicated by the identification procedures for new prisoners on page 146, which states that social security numbers are to be recorded alongside their photograph and fingerprints. Included in the list of organizations which may be involved in these internment operations are the Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, the Department of Defense, and the United Nations. On page 56, the document outlines the responsibilities of psychological operations officers within the camps, among which it states that a PSYOP officer develops and executes indoctrination programs to reduce or remove antagonistic attitudes and identifies political activists. On page 281, the document goes into more detail regarding the role of psychological operations within the camps, specifically in regards to pacifying the population and ensuring cooperation.
You son of a bitches.
Yeah.
This was February 2010?
So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to get more information on this to see exactly how much of this is completely true.
There's going to be a lot of fighting. There will be blood.
But people are starting to wake up about this. Even my parents this morning were talking about the whole milk thing, you know, with the aspartame in it and all that. And then we're talking about drones.
I still don't get it.
People are starting to realize all this stuff. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe. And it's like, yeah, that's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
Thank
you for...
People are starting to notice this. Like, that people that were formerly calling people conspiracy theorists are now waking up to this stuff. It's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. No. Yeah, I can see, like, if you're just making stuff up.
Sure.
But if you're reading things and interpreting them and trying to figure out, well, what else would this mean? What else could this possibly mean? Like this document here. What else could this mean?
You're a social climate profiler, Dave.
What?
I think that would be a good label.
I don't get it.
A social climate profiler.
I don't get it.
You're profiling the social climate
Well,
via the things that are readily available to you. Just using your logic.
Just reading. That's the thing. And it's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Really? Because I'm pretty sure that I've been talking about this for a really long time.
Totally.
And nobody's cared until now.
Yeah.
Until it affects them.
Yeah. And it won't.
Yeah, whatever, yo. So.
Son of a... Yeah. No, that's going to be... There's going to be a lot of fighting if that happens. I mean, like, literally, as you're saying, as we're listening to this, you know, internment camp procedures and things of that nature, you know, it's like at the same time I get angry, but at the same time I think, man, all of my immediate friends, who would just be like, oh, okay, cool, and go. No, I don't know one. Even my wussiest friends
would
not just go without a fight.
Into it, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just
if
not
it's for my protection. Then I guess if it keeps me safe from terrorists, then
no. I mean,
As long as I'm not doing anything wrong, they won't do anything to me.
I mean, you're not a fighter, are you?
Well, I would be.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're, it's just like anything else. You put a wild animal into a corner.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What's it gonna do?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, you brought that back.
Mm-hmm. Just use the Michael Jackson approach.
I like this one. No, it's not that. It's not the one. I like
King.
I like the lullaby one.
Just be like Michael Jackson and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's another video. Joe Biden was saying on TV, just buy a shotgun. You know, you don't need an AR-15. Just buy a shotgun.
Yeah.
So somebody made this
It's
video
funny.
of him saying, just buy a shotgun. You know, if
Did
you're
it turn into a rap video?
well, if you're a woman and you know you're living in the middle of nowhere and you think you hear a noise, just fire a shotgun out into the air. And then they show all these women clips from YouTube trying to fire a shotgun and how hard it is and how it's like pushing them back and they're falling over and they're dropping the gun and all that stuff. And then they have another clip of him from the same interview saying, you know, AR-15, it's much harder to aim and it's much harder to shoot and all this stuff. And they show a woman just firing it off like it doesn't even phase her.
Yeah, no, it's just all how you do it.
Yeah.
All
But they'll
in how
come
you
and
do
take
it.
the shotguns too. Don't worry. Shotguns will be next.
Well, I guess they're just waiting for Charlton Heston to kick it. So maybe
AR-15
people forget.
I understand. I thought.
Do you understand?
Heston, I thought Charlton Heston did kick it.
God damn it. Damn it.
Yeah, AR-15s I understand.
Do you though? I mean,
I
like,
can kind of understand, but
it's a great hunting
shotgun,
rifle.
If they come and take shotguns, man, that's no bueno. That's really no bueno. So
I love the vague use of the word "they" on a daily
government.
basis. On a daily basis,
the government.
I love it.
Yeah.
They.
It's time for Tech Talk with Dave and Seth.
Batteries not included.
Instacast.
What?
Just wanted to talk about Instacast if I hadn't talked about it before. It's a good podcast app. So if you have been listening to our show online, I know I get some people sending me stuff sometimes asking me where the link is to the show and this and that. If you subscribe to us in a podcast app or in like iTunes or something like that, you can get our show automatically. And I use Instacast for my podcasts.
Is that what I have? I think I just have the canned podcast app.
Yeah, there's some sort of, that's just the podcast app. But this is actually something you have to pay for. But it's a really, really good, powerful podcast program. You can actually make notes. Like if you hear something you like, you can bookmark something. The other thing that I like about it is that it syncs between your devices. So say that I'm listening on my phone in the car and I get to a certain point, I'll get to the office and then I'll pull out my iPad and then I have the same interface essentially and everything synced up and it starts playing from the same spot.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. And we'll also stream it as opposed to download it. And I really like that. It remembers where you are.
That's, that's my podcasting does that.
I like that it remembers where you are.
Mine does that.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did that after Instacast came out.
Well,
Apple did.
Well, I'm getting mine for free, and you're paying for yours.
I love it. I love the syncing. It doesn't sync between devices, does it?
Who's laughing now, homie? Well, I mean, if it's the same, I don't see why it wouldn't. If I had multiple devices,
I don't think the iTunes version does. But here's the thing.
Either way,
the other thing for Tech Talk that I wanted to talk about was Air Server.
What is that?
You know what AirPlay is, right?
Sure.
Where you can stream music and videos to your Apple TV from your phone.
Yeah.
Or you could stream music to one of those speakers, or you could stream from iTunes to your speaker or whatever.
Right.
What you can't do is you can't stream something from your phone to your computer. And my biggest thing is there is no Instacast or podcast app like that is also on the Mac, like OS X. So say that you're listening to your podcast on your phone, and then you get to the office and you pull out your iPad, and you're going to continue listening to it. Well, you want to listen to it on your speakers, on your computer.
Okay.
Not just through the wimpy speaker on your iPad.
Sure
You want to
thing.
listen to it in regular speakers. Well, there's no way to continue it on your computer without getting like iTunes and subscribing to the podcast and then trying to figure out what time code you were at on the episode you were listening to and download that. What this does is this will stream anything from your device, AirPlay it to a computer.
Okay.
So, for example, right now I'm looking at the show notes, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, if I wanted to AirPlay it, I could actually now AirPlay it with mirroring to my computer. Now you can see there are the notes on my computer over there, and you can see everything that's on my iPad.
Oh.
Now,
But can you control what's going on your iPad from
you
your
can't.
computer?
No, it's not screen sharing, but you can at least see it. And what's cool about this though is it will stream movies and audio. Like, see, now you can see my desktop, right?
Okay.
But if I want to stream pictures and stuff like that, that also works. Like, this will pick up my photo stream. I'll open up my photo stream.
Okay. Fast response time.
It will stream the picture.
That's pretty cool. What the hell?
Just
What
like
is
it
that
does.
picture? Hang on.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, but she's playing on a Moog.
Yeah. She had to play every single keyboard in Guitar Center before.
That's an awesome instrument right there.
So
sorry, I get excited. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but I just don't see the difference in screen sharing and.
Well, it does videos and stuff too. But the nice thing is, if you're listening to a podcast, you can start it streaming, and it does the stream to your computer with playback controls. Play and pause and volume, and it also shows the album artwork and stuff, so it plays to the computer, and then when you turn it off, you're still in sync on your local device. So like if I want to do our show, let's say, I'll bring that up here on the iTunes or on the Instacast.
Okay.
And if I open it, I have a list of episodes here. Like if I want to look at last week's episode, it's going to start playing, and now I have playback controls and everything on the computer.
On the computer, you do.
On the computer.
Okay, I see the benefit
it
of
brings
that.
up the QuickTime controls. So it works just it's AirPlay, but it's for your computer. It's really cool. I think it's great.
It's funny. I was gonna completely just like pop the bubble on you a second ago.
Why?
Because let's say just the scenario that you were bringing up. It's happened to me tons of times where I'll be listening to a podcast or I'll be listening to something and I'll have my headphones in and then I'll walk inside and then I'm like, oh, I'm not done listening to this or whatever, and like, oh no, what do? I don't really want to keep my headphones in. I just want to plug it up to some speakers, and I have that problem. And then I remember, oh yeah, I'm an analog guy. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug this into my 1/4-inch jack to my 1/8-inch jack to RCA cables that are going into.
I have
my
that at work
speakers.
too, but the problem is you got to keep plugging your phone in. I got to take my case off every time. I got to plug the phone in. Now the jack is on the bottom, so I got to turn the phone upside down. So the phone is sitting there plugged in with the case off upside down on the desk, just so I can listen to a podcast. And every 2
first
seconds,
world problems are so terrible.
Every 2 seconds, somebody's texting me or somebody's Facebooking me or whatever, and I got to unplug it and do the thing. Then somebody calls me and the thing turns off, and I unplug it so I can talk to them and plug it back in. I just like this. I think it's just instant.
First world problems.
You finish listening, you turn off your iPad, you get in the car, you open your phone, and then you're right back where you finished.
Works. It works for you, man. And anything that makes Dave's life more efficient, it makes everybody around him happy.
I'm big on efficiency.
You are very big on
efficiency.
efficiency.
You didn't realize that. Shortcuts, efficiencies, all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. That's how I get stuff done.
I'm kind of like the band The Music. I take the long road and walk it.
Yeah, I just like to get stuff done.
Yeah, well, I do too.
Speaking of getting stuff done.
Yeah. We're gonna go.
Yeah. Well, if you like what you hear, please donate to us. We would absolutely love it. It helps us make the show better.
It does, and it's a form of inspiration, really. I mean, American people, we are inspired.
Keeps us going
by the almighty monetary dollar. So yes, please go on our site. Thank you to everybody that has donated this past week and continues to donate on a weekly basis. It is awesome, and we greatly appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. And if you can't donate, or you're not sure if you want to donate yet, but you want to support us, do one thing. Actually, if you donate too, do one thing. Go and support us by going to comment and rate us on iTunes. That's what gets us up to the front page. That's what gets us popular. And follow us on Facebook just to see what's going on. Subscribe to our Music Cafe playlist on Spotify. You can get all the music that Seth talks about on the show. And that's all I got, man. What about you?
That's it. You know, be loving, be kind. Share a smile. Look at somebody in the eye. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's time to find your human again.
And watch out for the drones.
Watch out for the drones.
And until next week, remember, everybody's entitled to your opinion,
but mostly ours.
See you next week.
Peace out, everyone.
You've been listening to Urban Coffee. Don't forget to visit our website to check out the show notes from this episode. You can also join in the fun on our forums, talk with other listeners, and donate a little dough to the guys. Don't miss out. Just go to urbancoffee.net for all the details.
Yeah.
She's trouble, Seth.
I just typed urban into the Facebook, and somebody named Ashley Urban, who I am mutual friends with one person, popped up, and I clicked on a picture, and Dave says she's trouble.
Yeah. Stay away, Seth.
She looks like trouble.
Yeah.
I don't like trouble.
Right.
Yeah.